4.
Welcome to W&L Sports Weekly. I'm your host, Jeremy Franklin. This week we'll speak with men's tennis coach David Detweiler, women's lacrosse goalie Katharine Farrar, and women's tennis player Lauren Lukas. But first, here's a quick look back at last weekend in Washington and Lee sports. Sophomore Tyler Grant set a new school record in the decathlon at Christopher Newport's Combined Events Challenge on Sunday. He fell just short of qualifying for the NCAA Division III championships. And in women's lacrosse, Washington and Lee wrapped up the regular season with a 16-7 win over Christopher Newport at Watfield on Saturday. Senior Britton Matthews led the way with 3 goals and 2 assists as the Generals won for the 9th consecutive time. With me now is men's tennis coach David Detweiler. David, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Jeremy.
The ODAC championship that your team recently won was your 9th in 10 years at the helm. But was this one particularly special since you got back to the top of the conference this year?
Well, last year I really didn't like the way we lost the conference title last year. I don't like to make excuses, but I feel like maybe the referees didn't quite do their job last year like they should have. And this year we were a little bit more focused going into the finals and preparing for the finals. We didn't have a 12-hour drive coming back from Middlebury like we did last year, and we played 3 really tough matches in Atlanta. Well, 2 matches in Atlanta, 1 in Swanee to help us prepare. So it was a great win for the Generals, the way we did it indoors, being down 2-1 after doubles, and our singles really came through.
You were talking about that road trip right before the ODAC championship. How much of an advantage does W&L gain from its strength of schedule?
Well, I think definitely on that spring break trip, we played one of the toughest teams in the country in Emory, and we played them so close in doubles, 9-7 and all 3 doubles. So that helped our doubles a lot. It didn't really show in the ODACs, but it did make us a little tougher. And then the competition of Oglethorpe, Emory, and Swanee really prepared us going into the ODAC championships. Our strength of schedule, we play some of the top 10 teams in the country. You're looking at Johns Hopkins, Carnegie Mellon, all those schools help us prepare for what is our ultimate goal, the NCAA championships.
What will playing at home this weekend do to help your team in the NCAA tournament?
First of all, it's so nice to be home. The last time, I can't remember the last time we were home, maybe 2005, 2004, something like that. Obviously, we don't have to drive. That's a big advantage. And playing in front of the home crowd and all the fraternities and sororities that are out supporting us and cheering us on, it'll be a great environment.
What are the keys to the Generals continuing their postseason success this weekend?
It all pretty much comes down to the doubles. Doubles in Division III is huge. You need to really try to win at least 2 of those points. If you go down 0-3, it's pretty much over. So we've really focused on our doubles, and the guys are working very hard. We've worked on their conditioning a lot more this year than years past, and I really think they'll play well this weekend.
Well, David, thanks so much for joining us. Good luck in the NCAAs.
Thank you.
Joined now by Katharine Farrar, junior women's lacrosse player from Lexington. Katharine, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me.
How satisfying was it for you and the team to win this year's ODAC championship?
I would say very satisfying. We got the home field advantage, and after losing to Roanoke last year, that was a tough one, so we were definitely ready to come back and fight hard for the trophy, and I think we deserved it, and it was a great game.
With your tough non-conference schedule, including the Christopher Newport match this past Saturday, do you feel like the team is prepared to play in the NCAA tournament?
I definitely feel like we're prepared. Those tough games allowed us to come back at practice and really work on things specifically, and pinpoint the things that we need to work on, and those practices have led us all the way to the NCAAs, which I'm very grateful for, so it should be an exciting tournament.
You'll unfortunately have to continue without the services of a senior captain and a starting defender in Laura Kavanaugh, who's going to miss the tournament with an injury. Is that a situation where you expect the team to rally around her absence from the field?
Definitely. I mean, I think we even saw that against Christopher Newport. But, we're in this for Cav, and the great leadership that she has shown on and off the field is really what's going to get us through this. She's a great asset to the team, whether she's on the field or on the bench. So we're definitely going to pull through with some wins for her and keep going.
From a goalie's perspective, what will the Generals need to do on the defensive end to be successful in the NCAAs?
Definitely communication is key, and coming out hard and, not holding back anything, closing our doubles, and, talking through everything is really going to get us through these games.
Kathryn, thanks for joining us. Good luck the rest of the way.
Thank you very much.
With me now is Lauren Lukas, sophomore tennis player from Manitowoc, Wisconsin. Lauren, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me, Jeremy.
How pleased have you been with the second half of the season, especially the Fab 5 tournament and the ODAC championship?
We have been very, very pleased with how the season's gone this winter, and especially for me, I think it's the best I've played all year, and it was very, very rewarding to have won the 3 matches while we were at the Fab 5.
You're one of 4 sophomores in the top 6 singles lineup. How have you and your class been able to make such an immediate impact on the tennis team here?
Well, just looking at that, I think it's pretty unique how we have, more than half of our team is comprised of sophomores, which you usually don't, hear from most schools. We have Lauren Carrot one end and then Blair Bresket the other, our 2 seniors, and we're kind of, the sophomores are battling in the middle, so we really, definitely push each other, and it's never, been a problem where we haven't been experienced or not. We just all, are very pushing each other and very supportive, and it's just a really awesome group of girls.
Does your earlier victory against Emory give you and the team confidence as you head down to Atlanta for the NCAAs this weekend?
It definitely gives us confidence. We are in a much better position where we were last year, because last year when we played them in the dual meet, we ended up losing. And this year we are coming off a win, and we definitely have said in practice, we can definitely have a better showing where instead of beating them 5-4, we can look to have all courts win the match.
Overall, what are the keys to the Generals making a run in the NCAA tournament?
What we need to look at is first the doubles, where we have to come off with at least, winning at least 2 of the 3 matches. And then what we say in practice is that if everyone gives about 90%, at least, there'd be no reason not to have, each court have a victory for us.
Lauren, thanks for joining us on the show. Good luck the rest of the way.
Thank you very much, Jeremy.
As we've discussed with our guest this week, it's NCAA tournament time for women's lacrosse and both W&L tennis teams. The women's lacrosse team plays host to Elizabethtown in the first round of the Division III playoffs on Wednesday. Catch the game live on WLUR and B2. If the Generals win, they will head to Franklin and Marshall for regional play this weekend, and you can keep following the games live on WLUR. The men's tennis team will host the first 3 rounds of the NCAA tournament this weekend. Washington and Lee has a bye into the second round, where the Generals will face the College of New Jersey on Saturday morning. A trip to the national quarterfinals will be on the line in Sunday's 3rd round match. Women's tennis also received a first round bye, and the Generals will compete at Emory University this weekend. W&L will face either Transylvania or Vassar on Saturday, with the 3rd round set for Sunday in Atlanta. For W&L Sports Weekly, I'm Jeremy Franklin. Thanks for watching.